Hi, welcome to part three, your closet spring cleaning. We just returned back from California, which, if you were watching my stories on Instagram, I just kind of did a panel of the beautiful California beach. My son is a senior, and we were there for a basketball conference and tournament. And they took first place in their varsity boys division. So proud of them and just loved the experience that he's had for his basketball career with the organization. But we just got back. I'm heading to Florida on Thursday, speaking to a group of luxury real estate agents there. Hey, if you live in South Florida, we're going to be in Fort Lauderdale on Friday. I would love to meet you. Comment below and I'll send how you can come meet us. It's an event that I'm speaking at. You can come and join us for free. So I'd love to have you come. Just comment below and I will share the information with you. But doing that this weekend. So I'm hitting coast to coast in just a few short days. But I so love speaking to women in real estate. They are literally my favorite clients that I have. They're women who are really taking pride in who they are, developing that character, developing into that iconic woman that they long to be and who they really are. They just need to step into her and then be styled to sell for their business. So, anyway, lots going on, but happy to be here to talk to you today about your spring closet cleanse. Now, this is the time of year where my clients are transitioning their wardrobe from winter to spring. And it's just a really good time to go through your closet and decide on what's going to stay and what needs to go. Because as we grow as individuals, what used to feel really good and we used to love to wear, we no longer might choose to wear. So you'll go into your closet and some of the clothes in there, either you don't like, you don't want to wear. There's just a lot of reasons why you may decide that that's not for you. So this is a great time as the seasons change. Some of you who have to really move what you're used to wearing for winter and move it into spring, there's, move it from one closet to another, or maybe you look at all of your closet all at once and you're able to keep all your clothes in the same space. Regardless, it's still a wonderful time to go through and make a conscious decision to say yes to the clothes that you want again. And yes, you want it back in your closet. We don't want things in our closet that are cluttering our mind, cluttering the closet, and making it difficult for us to see what we actually do love. A lot of us think we don't have style, but you really do. There's just so many clothes that are cluttering your closet that it's hard for you to actually see what it is. So taking this time to clean out your closet is going to help you in the mornings as you get ready, help you be styled to sell for your clients, and help you feel like the icon that you are so that you could actually step into her and behaving and taking the actions that the iconic woman does. All right. So if you haven't listened to part one or part two, I encourage you to do this. This is part three of your spring closet cleanse. and we're going to dive right in. So I know that sometimes this is like a harder thing to do. Maybe this is something that you've been putting off that you know you need to do, but you really don't want to. If that's you, I highly encourage you to break up your closet and your drawers into different days. Don't want you to take everything out and then get halfway through your closet and you're exhausted and it's like gets left halfway done. That there's nothing more frustrating than being in the middle of a project that you really don't have the bandwidth or energy to finish, but you're living in chaos. And then you have things all over and then you're just throwing it all back in. So we're just going to, if that's you, if it's you have more than you can do within 2-hour time frame, if it's going to take you longer than that to pull it out, clean the space and put it back in and decide, then let's not do that all at once. Let's break it up into 15-minute increments. So you're just doing a little bit every day. Now, that's what I recommend. Maybe you want to pick a drawer. Maybe it's one drawer. Make a goal for the next 30 days. You're going to work on one section in your closet every day. And by the end of the month, it's going to be done. That is going to be way more successful for you than getting into a middle of a project that is overwhelming. And then you just put it off because you're thinking, I don't have all day to do this. I don't want to start this project. Let's break it up, set some goals, and in the end of 30 days, have a beautifully curated closet. You don't have to do it all in one swoop. Okay. So what I recommend that you use a 4-box method when deciding what to keep, what to go, and all the things. As you are going through your closet, if you ever get to a point where you're not sure if you want to keep it or not, or it's like, oh, I don't know, it just feels really heavy. Maybe it was a gift from somebody and you're not ready to get rid of it. Maybe you're worried that you may need it at some point. Just make the decision to keep it. It's okay. It's been in there. It's going to be fine. As you get better at making the decisions about what stays and what goes, that's going to get easier. So it's okay. The next time that you clean your closet, you will have that question come up again and you can make the decision. I want it to be an easy yes for it to go. I don't want it to be hard. If it's hard, keep it. We're going to keep it nice and easy. Okay. So you're going to have a 4-box method. You don't have to actually have 4 boxes, but you could have a bag, and one section. Well, don't put this in a bag, but you're going to have one is to keep, right? So you're going to put your keep clothes in one section. Then your second section, which is to donate, is in another box. One to give away. I'm sorry, donate and give away. That's one. The next one, number 3, is to sell. So you're going to take it to a consignment store. And then number 4 is to discard. It's not worth giving, donating, trying to sell. It really needs to go in the trash. So we want to keep as many items out of the trash as possible, ideally. However, if it's something that you're going to give to the donation organization and they're going to throw it away, then let's save them the hassle and throw it away before you donate it, because that's actually what happens. Like if you have anything that really isn't wearable, that's what they're doing a lot of the times. So just discard if it needs to be. Okay. So that's the 4-box method. And you're going to all 4, as you're going through everything, you're going to decide Is it you're keeping it, donating it, selling it, or throwing it away? Okay. That's the 4-box method whenever I mention that. Like I said, you're not actually putting the ones that you're keeping into a box, but it's just like a good way to think about like this section is for keeping, donating, selling, and discarding. Okay. You've made a decision if you're going to do this in a 2-hour time frame or setting a goal for 30 days to work on one area a day for 15 minutes, whether it's a drawer. I want you to make that decision beforehand, right? How are you going to do this? Are you going to put it on your calendar for Saturday and do it Saturday, or start doing the 15 minutes and work on one small section every single day? The way that you would break that up in your closet is coats could be a one day, dresses can be another day, pants can be one day, jeans, tops, tank tops, socks, underwear, workout clothes, right? You could just break that up. And if you have multiple closets, maybe you want to do one closet until you get through that and another room. I know you guys have more than one closet. So I want this to be a very structured process so that you could take it and really implement it. And the first thing to do is to decide 15 minutes every day for 30 days, or we're going to get this done in 2 hours in one day and be done. All right. So I encourage you to do it. If you could get your closet done in 2 hours, I really recommend that you set those 2 hours aside and do it and just get it done. However, I am sensitive to the fact that that might not be possible for you. And so let's not make this a whole day affair. Let's break it up. So that's how you can decide, do I do a 2 hour or am I going to do this in 30 days? That's how you're going to decide. Can you complete the job in 2 hours or less? You're doing the 2-hour one. Okay. All right. As you go through your closet, I want you to ask yourself these questions with every item that you pull out. I want you to literally touch everything in your closet. We forget what's in there. And as you are elevating your brand style or your own personal style, we want to ask these questions so that we don't have items in there that we really don't like. Because when we put those on, it's not going to activate that enclosed cognition. It's going to bring us down instead of lift us up. And that's the power of our clothes. So the first question I want you to ask is, does this align with the person I am becoming? So think of your style icon I am statement. Does it feel in alignment with that? We're going to be going off of our intuition. I want you to trust yourself. Oh, sometimes we don't. I know. But this is going to be a process that you're going to practice and get better and better. And part of that is trusting yourself, because you got to be able to trust yourself. So does this align with the person I am becoming? Does it match my style icon I am statement? Is this a color that's from my color palette? Is this one of my best colors? Does it allow me to shine? Or do I look washed out? All the things. If it's how you're going to be able to compare this is if you grab one of your favorite colors. I know you know one. Grab one of your favorite colors, put that up to your face. As you go through your closet, if it doesn't look as good as your favorite color, that's a good indicator to let that go. It really needs to be one of your best colors. And as you get more comfortable with that and more familiar with it, you can start looking at it and know that's one of my best colors. Like, oh, navy, that one looks great on me. I'm going to wear that today, or I'm going to buy that. But practice by putting it up to you. Put on one of your best colors and then grab one of the other colors and see how you look. Okay? And trust your gut instinct. If you're like, I haven't worn this color's not that great, you kind of already have 2 checks against it, 2 strikes, I should say, you could probably go, right? Okay. Question number 3. Does the contrast level complement my natural coloring? Now, what's your contrast level? Your contrast level is the difference between your hair color and your skin tone. When you are styled right, your contrast level is going to be the same. So high contrast, medium contrast, low contrast. What ends up happening sometimes is before you really learn what looks best on you, you buy a lot of things that are not that great, but you have them in your closet and you look at them every single day. When you go through your spring clean, you're going to look at the contrast level. If the contrast level is not where it needs to be for you, we want to mimic what's naturally going on with you, then that could be something that is keeping you from wearing it. Maybe it's something that you notice that you don't even wear that much, or maybe you do, but it just isn't a flattering piece. Then let's get rid of it. Especially when you're creating content on social media, if you get the contrast level wrong, your eyes are going to go to that item and it's going to distract them. And that's what kind of keeps this polished, beautifully polished image and your style. When someone looks polished, it looks like this cohesive image. And when you get your color analysis, I'm going to tell you what your contrast level is. And inside the Iconic Women Mastermind, you get to ask questions. If there's ever a color you're not sure about, if the contrast level you're not really sure about, like, hey, is this something I could wear? It's like having a personal stylist in your pocket. You'll want to be inside the Iconic Women Mastermind if you aren't in it now. But we go into more detail about your contrast level there. Just know if you want a polished, cohesive image, you want to make sure that it is the right contrast level for you. Next question. Does it fit well and feel balanced? Is the fit flattering for your body shape? Or is it taking you out of balance when you look at your overall silhouettes that look best on your body shape? The ones that look best are going to keep your body imbalanced or put you into the illusion of having a balanced body. Sometimes we can wear something that actually puts us out of balance with our eyes, and our eyes like balance. So you might look at an outfit and think, why don't I like this? I don't know, but I don't. It's probably out of balance. You either have the wrong color or your body's out of balance. Something's off, right? So is this particular garment that you're considering whether to keep or get rid of it, does it take you out of balance or not? If you have time, try it on. Take a look and reevaluate, especially if you haven't worn it in a while. Maybe it doesn't fit the same way or at all anymore. Okay, it's time to let it go. Bless and release. Another question is, does it look polished and high end? Does it look polished, or does it look worn out? Does it have a hole? Is there any peeling going on? It's like when you're wearing those sweaters and it starts creating those little They're called peeling. It's peeling, but it has the little balls on it. That doesn't look high end. Is it in good condition? If not, that might be a good thing to pass on, right? Could still be wearable, but maybe there's something about it that is now making it look less nice, right? It looks more cheap because it's not laying right. Have that go. All right. Okay. Those are the questions I would want you to ask. Now, there's some special things I want you to pay attention to. Number one, your shoes. Shoes often get neglected. You put them on your feet and you don't take the time to look at them. This is a great opportunity to polish them, make sure that they've been cleaned, check the shoelaces. Is there anything that needs to, be replaced as far as that goes? Clean the leather, suede, like what do we need to do? Maybe sometimes the back of the heel of the shoe is all scuffed up. What do you need to do to really get those all cleaned up and ready to be worn for spring? Also, properly storing your boots for the winter, making sure that those are taken care of. For your boots, one of the great ways, like for your knee-high boots and higher, using a pool noodle is one great way. Those styrofoam things, you can cut them to the size of your boot and stick them inside. That will keep the boots up, right, and in good condition. You may need to clean the leather, moisturize it with leather just to keep those looking good, throughout the spring and summer. Condition the leather. What do you need to do to make those shoes stay looking fabulous? Now, you've set the date, you've set the goal, you've executed said goal. Now, what happens? Okay, so we need to, what I recommend, we're going to go back real quick. When you clean out your section, the drawer, you're going to actually, take a little vacuum it out, wipe it out, whatever you got to do. When you remove the clothing from it, clean it out before you put back the good stuff. Okay. So make sure that's done. Any kind of dusting underneath, the vacuuming, when you get all the shoes out, like the things that you don't really do on a regular basis, this is the time to actually do it. Okay. So, maintaining and keeping your closet organized. When you buy something new, is there anything else that needs to go? Or are you filling a hole? So just kind of think as you're maintaining, can my closet handle more? And if not, is there something I need to remove? Am I replacing this with something? It is possible that you're feeling a hole. Maybe you needed a new white crisp shirt for the season. Buy a new one, remove the old one. However, if you don't have a white crisp shirt, maybe you won't be removing something. So just be aware of what's coming in, what's going on. Is this just be intentional about what you're bringing in. Seasonal refreshes. Is there anything that you need to update in any of your styles? Your pants, specifically, maybe shorts. Like, are there any new updates you need to have? And then keeping things tidy, and just be mindful as you are wearing your clothes and you go to grab something and you put it on. At any point, you could say, oh, I thought I liked this and I actually don't. So I'm going to go ahead and think of, am I going to donate this? Am I going to consign it? Or am I going to discard it? Like at any point you can do that. You don't have to wait until you do a big, massive closet cleanse. You could work a little bit at a time. Anytime you notice this is not something you want, go ahead and donate it. Okay. And put on your calendar when it's going to be time to do your next closet refresh. We'll probably be talking about it again when we switch from summer to fall. That's when I typically do my closet cleanse. But when do you need to do your next closet cleanse? Is it going to be in 6 months? Is it going to be in a year? Maybe it's in 3 months. Maybe you like to rotate your closet more often and you have drastic weather changes between your spring and summer, and you have more clothes that you need to go in there. So it doesn't matter how often. It just matters that you have it on the calendar and have a goal set of when to do it again, whether it's in 3 months, 6 months, or in a year. And I think that's it. I know some of this may not be, rocket science. You've probably have cleaned out your closet before. Maybe you have used these principles and practices in the past. But hopefully you use this to be inspired, to set the time aside to go through your closet and align your style with your style icon, I am statement. How can you make little tweaks to your current style to be a closer representation of you? How can you bring that style icon I am statement to life by bringing out your personality even more than you already are? What are some tweaks that can help you feel more stylish? What are some systems that you can put in place with your closet to help things be more smooth and less stressful in the morning? Like, organizing your closet is such a key component to having a morning just go a whole lot different than it is now. Knowing exactly where your things are, the buttons have been replaced, the summer shoes are ready to go. Any holes that you need to buy, you've recognized as you've gone through your closet, right? Maybe you've had to throw some things out that you didn't realize had a stain on it, and now you do. You can add it to your need to buy list. Either way, I hope that you've put on your calendar when you're going to clean out your closet. If nothing else, you've added it to your calendar when you're going to actually take what we talked about today and put into action, because that is where the transformation takes place, in the action. It's not in the listening of podcasts or watching videos. It is in the doing, taking the action that we learned, that we could actually apply it. And that's what we get to do inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. We are taking style principles and applying it to our daily life. And you have me as your style coach to guide you through the process on an ongoing way. Like, we meet live, face to face. We are on the calls. I'm the one that's leading most of the calls, and I am teaching, answering questions, and really loving the transformation that I'm seeing in there, and also the community that is being built inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. If you are in a place where you're like, oh my gosh, I know that I needed to clean out my closet, but I haven't done it yet. I need to have someone help walk me through this. That would be so helpful. Go to the show notes and click on Join the Iconic Women Mastermind. Follow me on Instagram. We also have the Real Estate Icons Facebook group. So if you're not in there, come join us inside, and we will talk to you soon. Until next time, think like a style icon. Bye-bye.